The Pimax Crystal Light has been out for some time, and over the past few months it has received some exciting updates. These include the option to set the refresh rate to a 90Hz upscale mode and the addition of new fixed foveated rendering options with its integrated OpenXR quad fuse feature. Whew. In this video we will conduct a quick and dirty performance test with the Pimax Crystal Light right out of the box and a fresh install without any optimization mods or add-ons. This is the performance you can expect when you plug in the headset, launch a game without tweaking any of the graphics settings. And we will test this on two PCs. First, a high-end PC with an RTX 4090, an Intel i9 14900 and 64GB of RAM. On the second PC we tested with a RTX 3080 Ti and a slightly older Intel i9 9900K, but also 64GB of RAM. And so the game I always boot up first is Kayak VR Mirage. Here in the Pimax Crystal Light, no upscaling, just 90Hz, no quad fuse foveated rendering, so everything in the headset is extremely sharp, and the settings are set to cinematic, which are the highest settings when booting up the game for the first time, and it looks incredible. We don't hit a constant 90 FPS, but super happy with the results here. And here playing Kayak VR Mirage on the second PC, and you might wonder, why do I record it from the outside? Well, this is my recording computer, and if I would record the actual gameplay via OBS, it would have an impact on the FPS, and I want to show you the real FPS that you can get here with the Pimax Crystal Light. 90Hz, no upscaling, no fixed foveated rendering, and we are between 85 and 90 FPS. Now the game is not set to its highest graphics automatically. When booting up the game for the first time with this PC, it sets the graphics on high, not cinematic, but again, it really looks amazing, and I am very happy to have these results on this computer. And here we are in DCS. The Pimax Crystal Light, 90Hz, no upscaling, no fixed foveated rendering, everything in the headset is sharp. We are playing on the highest settings and we are getting around 80 FPS. It's absolutely fantastic. I am very happy with the FPS, but it's not the 90 FPS that we constantly want to hit. It's a little bit, well, all over the place a little bit here, especially if we are getting closer to the plane here. So not great, but not optimal. Same scenario, same high-end PC, but now with fixed foveated rendering enabled. It all looks very blurry to you, but trust me, in the headset, wherever I am looking at, it's very sharp. And now, as you can see, instead of hitting 78, 80 FPS, we are now hitting a, well, not a very constant 90 FPS, but it is willing to do so. Highest graphics again, and yeah, you know, if we're tweaking here and there, I can get a very nice constant 90 FPS. Absolutely fantastic. Again, same scenario, but with the mid-range PC, the 3080 Ti and the i9 9900K, Pimax Crystal Light, 90Hz, fixed foveated rendering enabled. And as you can see, between 75 and 80 FPS, super happy with that. Now the graphics settings are not the highest here. When booting up the game on this PC, the graphics are set to low/medium with shadows set to medium. But again, I mean, yeah, 75, 80 FPS, with some tweaking here and there, you can get your 90 FPS. Let's do another scenario here in the Kiowa. Kind of a stressful scenario for the graphics card. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of choppers here. 65 FPS, 90 Hz mode enabled. No fixed foveated rendering, so everything is very sharp in the headset. And just look at this. We are starting to take off. And, you know, making these videos always take a bit longer to create, because once I fly, I just want to fly longer, because I'm just obsessed by, well, look at this. Just how good it looks. And 65 is really not bad. Highest graphics here, everything extremely sharp. Yeah, let's see how this will do when we enable fixed foveated rendering. So here, once again, fixed foveated rendering enabled, and as you can see on the ground it's still a little bit stressful, but once we take off it wants to hit that 90 FPS constantly. So instead of having 65, 70 FPS, the game is now going towards that 90 FPS, as you can see here, with its occasional dips, but I mean, let's imagine it's just a constant 90 FPS here, sorry. Yeah, and this is just a crazy experience. Fantastic. Here on the mid-range PC with fixed foveated rendering enabled, not too bad. Not too bad. 90 Hz, again fixed foveated rendering enabled. Yes, it does have its dips here and there, as you can see, to 36, 30. But here, once we fly away, once we get a bit of altitude, it's getting there around the 70s. And to be very honest with you, not bad, and very playable. Let's land the chopper. I love this scene. Look at all the grass just waving around. Here without fixed foveated rendering, as you can see, because it's not blurry. 65, 60 FPS here. With fixed foveated rendering, look at that, 90 FPS. And again, it's blurry for you, but in the headset itself, it looks sharp to wherever I am looking at. Talking about blurriness, if you haven't heard about the VRWave.store lenses, you are missing out. These lenses can save your eyes. And besides that, I always played with glasses, almost damaging the headset. And if I played without glasses, I always got eye strain, like a pain. Now, with the blue light filter that comes with these lenses, that is history. They are very easily attachable, and they come for multiple headsets like the PSVR 2, Quest 3 and any other. VRWave.store. Check them out. Now we stay a little bit longer in DCS here in the Spitfire, the high-end PC. No quad fuse or no fixed foveated rendering enabled, and as you can see, it really depends on the module I am playing with. Here in the Spitfire, I get a nice 85 to 90 FPS with everything set to max, no problem whatsoever. Now if I fly a little bit lower here to the ground, you might see some dips, I'm sure of it. Well, not really, although, well, it's a little bit all over the place. It's not that constant 90 FPS that we want to have. So let's see how that will turn out to be with fixed foveated rendering enabled. Okay, same scenario, high-end PC, fixed foveated rendering enabled. A nice 90 FPS here. Let me turn around here. There we go. The only thing, as you can see, is that I disabled the mirrors. I never play with mirrors. The rest is all set to high. Let's go down to the ground here and let's see if we can maintain that 90 FPS. It seems so. Some dips here and there. I need to tweak it a bit, I see. But yeah, flying extremely low here. And this is the FPS you want. And the quad fuse really does wonders. And then here on the mid-range PC, I don't have a joystick, so I have to play with keyboard and mouse. So excuse me for all the trouble here. But this is all 90 Hz, fixed foveated rendering enabled. And as you can see here in this full fidelity plane, it is between 65 and 75 FPS. Now let's see if we get a little bit lower to the ground. And well, apparently we are keeping the 70 FPS. Again, not bad. And I am sure with some tweaking here and there, we can get that 90 FPS. Also, keep in mind that this is 90 FPS. I could also set the refresh rate to the 90 Hz mode, the upscale variant. I haven't done that, but that also might gain us some FPS. And of course, our last test, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 with the high-end 4090 PC here in the Cessna taking off. And we are at a 58, 60 FPS, fresh install, just plugged in the headset, just installed the game. Basic settings, I think these are low to medium settings. And having 60 FPS is incredible. I can also see the indicators, I can read them. Fantastic. Now on the mid-range PC, it struggles a bit more. 25 FPS here, 90 Hz mode. Fixed foveated rendering enabled. I'm not sure if it does anything in Microsoft Flight Simulator as of yet. But yeah, I mean, it's playable, but it's not the best. I'm not sure if with some tweaking you can get better results, but this is what I get out of the box when launching up the game. Back to the high-end PC in the Cessna flying above Manhattan. Same thing. Surprised actually to still hit 55 to 60 FPS. Absolutely, it looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely fantastic, and I see myself flying a bit more with these results. I'm actually doing the career mode as of now. Love it. Here we have the Cessna again in the mid-range PC. Still 25 FPS. I thought it would be lower, but no. I mean, it's doable, it's playable. It just struggles a bit with it. And here in a bigger plane, it needs to render a bit more here, but still 55, 58 FPS. Absolutely fantastic. And as I am flying and taking off in the Boeing here, I want to thank you for watching this video. And if you would like me to do some video guides on how to get the best settings in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, let me know, because it takes me a week, so there needs to be some interest in that. Super happy with the results. The Pimax Crystal Light, an absolutely fantastic headset. I think as of right now the best PC VR headset as of now, especially because they put so much effort in getting and tweaking it so that everyone can get good performance out of it. With the 90 Hz refresh mode, with the 90 Hz upscaling refresh mode, with the quad fuse fixed foveated rendering options that they give you. No headset really does it like this. Also with the support, DCS for example has the partnership between Pimax and DCS. Also seeing that Microsoft Flight Simulator partners with Pimax. I mean, if you are looking for a very dedicated PC VR headset, this would be the go, I think. Yeah. Now let me know if you think differently, but yeah. I hope to see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.